Hi everyone, this is Sandy, and this video is going to walk us through my fruit salad cards. There's 14 cards done with the fruit salad paper here. There's no stamping, everything is done with die cuts and fussy cutting. So the only thing you're going to need is plenty of adhesives, some dimensionals, markers, sanding block, and some scissors. Let's get going. So you've got on the top here, you've got a whole bunch of silver glitter that you're going to be using, some pieces that I die cut for you. This whole stack right here is all paper that you're going to cut fruits out of. So here you're going to be able to get two pineapples. Yours might look a little bit different, but everyone should have two pineapples that they can cut out of their kit. Some bananas that you can cut, a pomegranate here that you're going to cut out. As many apples as you can get out of here. So I'm seeing 1, 2, 3 apples that I can get out of this one. And then here, same thing. We're going to use this as one piece right here. 1, 2, 3, those pieces together. But you'll want this cherry, you'll want that banana, this orange. Maybe even that cherry would be good. Okay, so those pieces, and then again, as many pairs, including this one up here. I know it might be cut a little bit off the top. You won't have the whole stem, but cut that one out as well. This one here, you can keep the leaf attached or not, totally up to you, and just kind of cut through the leaf there. Cut that one, that one, that one. You got it. Then you have 2 sheets of punch outs. We're not going to use them all. I did not use Merry Christmas or what else didn't I use? I didn't use Happy Easter. I didn't use Happy Mother's Day or Happy Valentine's Day. But I would still, Happy Father's Day I didn't use, but you can still go through and punch them all out. They're good to have for lots of different things. So then you've also got 14 envelopes with the stuff to make each card inside, and 14 pieces of paper that you're going to fold in half to make your card bases. So go ahead and get your cutting and your folding done and meet me right back here. So it took me about 16 minutes to get all the pieces cut out. The only one I went really close up with is the pomegranate. Everything else I left a little smidgen of white or pink or whatever around the edge. I'm just going to push those aside and we're going to get started right into our first envelope. All right, so with this one, we're going to take these green pieces and put them down the edge of each of the sides. Then grab your apple piece and we're going to tear. Now, if you want white showing, tear towards you. If you don't want white showing, then you're going to flip it over and tear this way. I'm going to do it so there's no white showing. Then I want to bring this close so you can see. I used a sanding block and sanded these 2 pieces so that a little bit of the white was showing. I'm not going to do it for this one here, just for the sake of time, but just so you know, that's an extra little fancy pants thing that you can do to your card. All right, you decide if you want to go light or dark. I'm going to go the light side of this, and I'm just lining this up. Oh, let me pull a little more of this down. I'm a little crazy with my rip. Got to bring it in a little bit. Okay, better. And then same thing on this side. Line that right up. Then this whole thing is going to go right in the center of the card. And just use your scissors and trim off any excess. All right, then we've got our black piece that's going to go down in this corner, kind of where the apples are then going to sit. You've got Best Wishes is one of your punch outs. I'm going to attach that first for the top of that black piece. Then I've got an apple where the leaf comes off to the left. And then I'm going to add my apple that's showing the core. And then with this one, if you want, you can pop it or you can leave it flat, totally up to you. All right, so I've got my two apples there. And then the only other thing, now there is plenty of this trim in your kit. So if you want to run that all the way across, you certainly can. I am going to tuck it behind the apples so that it looks like it's on top of the black piece. Over here, I did it so that it was under the black piece. Just little fun things that you can do to switch up your card a little bit. All right, so this is about 3/4 of an inch up from the top. I'm just going to bring it underneath here. Try to keep my line straight. There we go. So card number 1 is already done, you guys. Oh, this watermelon paper, I want a whole big giant package of just watermelon paper. All right, so in the last one I ripped so that the white was not showing. This time I'm going to rip so the white is showing. Like the contrast with this one. And we're starting the card the exact same way we did on the last one, where the strips are going to go along the edge. You decide if you want your watermelon seeds go in the same direction or different directions. I'm going to have them all going the same direction. Okay. Then we're going to add the rind of the watermelon right down the middle there. We've got our hearts. Again, let me pull this close. I did sand that heart to make that pop just a little bit more. But for the sake of time, I'll just do like this. Again, trimming off the excess on the edge. Ooh, can hear you. All right, so we've got this piece here that I cut ahead for you. You're just going to snip it right down the middle. And this is going to appear to be coming out from behind the rind. I've got it here, and I'll put the other one right over here. Watch your distance so you're keeping about the same space. Okay. Then I also took some of this and I'm just trimming off, doing a little dovetail on it. I'm going to take this little dovetail piece and also tuck it right behind there. Same thing on the bottom. I'm doing just a little dovetail. Okay, then from our punch outs, we've got Thinking of You and Sending Hugs. Flat or popped, your call. I put Sending Hugs right down on the bottom there, and Thinking of You is going to nest on the green rind. There we go. All right. For this next one, you might want a water brush and a paintbrush to help with the curling, or I'll show you a way that you don't need to do that. So normally I would say grab your water bottle and squirt a little bit of water right on the edge of this paper right here. Right? And so if you get it wet, it's a little more malleable, and then we can just roll it. Or you can just take it and kind of pinch and pull and roll it just like that too. Whichever way makes you feel a little more comfortable. But then this, I'm going to run adhesive along that diagonal there. This is going to get framed. So this yellow piece is right down here. I want to make sure that the edge of this paper lines right up with that corner of the yellow. Then we're covering up a bunch of the top part, so it doesn't really matter if it doesn't line up exactly. Like here, I have a little more extra white on the top. Doesn't even matter. I'm going to take this shimmer trim, run that across the top. Then I've got this black strip. Actually, I'm going to tape these two at the same time, because my tape is just about that wide. So the black goes next. And then we've got that pretty lace piece that'll go after. Trim off the excess. And then on this one, I'm going to add just a little bit of tape right here so that that piece that I've curled stays where I want it to. Just a little push there. And then we've got Sending Sunshine and Just a Note. So Just a Note is right here. And Sending Sunshine's on that same piece. And I thought that was perfect with this, the orange, that Sending Sunshine would be ideal. There we go. All right, here's our next one. So just like we did on that last one, only this time instead of we did a little white frame around the yellow, this time we're going to take that black piece and bring it all the way up to the corner so that no white's showing. But do that same thing where, see, I want my banana to be over here. I'm going to take this corner and just start rolling it down, or in this case up. I love how that shows the back side of the paper. All right, so this is going to line up right along the edge down here. And then before we go ahead and tape that down firmly, we're going to use this little lace piece and line that up right along the edge so it looks like this lace is coming from behind the blue piece. And then once you're happy with it, just add a little extra adhesive. Make sure that's going to stay right where you want it to go. Trim off the extra. Isn't that a cool look? All right, then we've got a couple of things we need. We want this striped banana looking thing here is going to go hanging off the edge and trim. So that it's flat along the edge. Then take your shimmer trim and that's going to go right across that yellow piece. From here, we've got our, oh, on this one, I left the leaves. So this pear that's got a full pear, but not a green leaf on the front. That's the one I used here. And that I'm putting so that it overlaps the shimmer trim. And then I'm going to take thanks from my punch outs. Don't you love these ephemera packs? They make me so happy. And this thanks I'm actually going to pop. I feel like it needs to be, because then it looks like that. It really enhances it, that silver is standing behind everything else. And this is going to overlap that pear. Here we go. We'll do our thinking of you next. All right, so with this one, as you may notice, this piece is black and yours is green. How do you fix that? Grab a marker. So I'm using my basic black Stampin' Write marker. I'm going to use the fatter side and just going to color it. And then it will be black. And I won't use the whole thing, so I don't need to go all the way to the end, but you do want to make sure that you get, all those fun little bumpy ridges along the edge. I'm going to give that just a second to dry while we start assembling the card. So we've got our pomegranate piece that's going to go, ooh, pardon me, that was loud. You want a white frame around the edge of your card. Then we're going to take this green, and you want to cover up the corner and make sure all of the extra other pieces are hanging off the edge, and we're creating a diagonal down here. And all of this is scratch. So that gives us the angle we're looking for. Now I'm going to take the shimmer trim and run that right along the edge next to it. Then we're going to take this piece that we just colored, and that is going to go mostly on the green, but it's going to overlap the glitter too. Keeping that same angle, whatever the angle is that you came up with your card. And obviously, I think this one feels a little more, this one's a little more steep than this one. Still good. This one comes right down to the corner, where this one has a little bit of the extra over here. Just different. All right, so I'm grabbing a pineapple. You should have 2 pineapples. We're going to use one of them on here. And I'm putting it at just a slight angle. And then my thinking of you. I'm going to put right down on the bottom, overlapping the pineapple. All right. So that same kind of technique we just did on that one, we're going to do again with the diagonals on this one, starting the same way, but again, this time the paper is going to go all the way to the edge without the white frame along the edge. All right, then we've got our black. It's going to come right down in the corner. And with this one, you want to make sure that it is coming, you want all 4 corners to come off the edges. So here, 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 and here, none of them are on top of the card, so that when we cut it, we're not going to have a weird shape left on the front of our card. right? Then it comes all the way off the page there. Next, we're going to add our orange strip, again, making sure it comes all the way off. Your hearts, again, if you want to sand the edges, that's how I got those edges to be lighter. I'm just going to pop this right down there for now. And then I'm going to run some of my trim along the edge. And then we've got Get Well Soon that I'm going to add to this one. Underneath Merry Christmas. And again, I liked the Get Well Soon with this one because, you know, vitamin C and what have you. All right. Now we're going to do a Welcome Sweet Baby. I love the little baby foods on there. Bananas. All right, same thing with this one. If you want your frame, if you want that strip to be black, then you're just going to use your markers and color it black. Bananas go along the bottom. Then color. Same thing, make sure you go all the way to the edges so that none of the green is showing. And I found with this one that you kind of want to do these ones like that, the in-betweens, and then go back through and do these ones. Then that piece gets attached to this yellow piece. I'm making a mess. I may, depending on how straight you can keep it, you may have to do a little trimming off the edge. But then this piece gets attached to the top of the card all the way up. And then your shimmer is going to run in between those two. Bring up any white card that might be left. Then you've got this green postage stamp that's going to overlap both the top and the bottom pieces there. We've got one more apple left in our stack that we're going to use for here. And that goes closer to the bottom right of that postage stamp. We've got Welcome and Sweet Baby, both on this piece here. So I've got my Welcome coming off of the green onto the banana piece there, and then Sweet Baby I'm going to have overlap the apple. That takes care of that card. We're going to do a thank you next. So here's where you're going to want markers again. I used a green one. I'm not going to color it for the sake of the video, but you can go back and color it. any color you want. I used, oh, which green? One of those light uh, citrusy colors. All right, so fruits along the edge, then the red right next to that. The film strip is going to overlap the black paper. And put that all the way against the fold of the card. And then again, we're going to go right through that middle piece with our shimmer. And if you have some white showing, you decide if you want to go left, right, or right down the middle. I think I'm going to go right down the middle and have a little bit of white on either side of my shimmer. But you do you, whichever way makes you happy. All right, then we've got a banana. I'm going to sit down in the corner there and the word thank you. Thank you. And again, you can go back and color it or pause the video and color yours now. Oh, Happy Day also got colored. That one got colored with some brown shade. Right, starting with your card and some shimmer down the side. I ended up leaving a little bit of white on that one unintentionally, so I'm going to do it on both sides. So it looks like I meant to. Maybe. Unless I make a big old mess of it. Then we're going to tape this piece down. Whichever side of the pineapple makes you happy. And you want that to be pretty close to the middle. Then we're going to tape down these black pieces, and just like I did before, I'm going to tape both of these at the same time. Because it's just about the width of my adhesive then. And I'm putting this flush up to the silver piece. Then with these ones, you're going to put them so that they're just barely showing any black. So it's going to cover up most of the black paper. I'm having them point toward the silver. With some black showing. Yeah. All right, then trimming. Right off the edge. We've got a big yellow postage stamp that's going to go down in the corner here. Pineapple overlaps it. Then we've got Oh Happy Day from our punch out pieces. That's going to go overlapping that pineapple. And then I've got my pair of cherries. It'll go right down in here. And again, if you want to go back and color that or pause, color, and then start your video back after. This one is Thankful for You. We're going to start this one with shimmer along the bottom. Fruits along the top. And the black butts up to the fruit. And your green piece of die cut trim is going to go in between those. And to finish this one off, we've got that pear that only had a little bit of his stem at the top. That will go right in here. And thankful for you overlaps that. Happy birthday next with our melon paper. So the melon goes all the way over. That's fun, isn't it? The melon's next to the opening. And then you're going to do a strip of the glitter. And then the notebook strip. I'm going to bring this in a little bit and it's going to cover up just a little bit of the silver. So I've got a little extra white showing. All right, so we need our happy birthday rectangle, which fits perfectly on this rectangle that I cut for you, which goes about 3/4 of an inch down from the top of the card. And I'm going to bring it a little closer to the left-hand side. Then we've got that piece that we cut all three of those out together. That just nests right in there with it. Can you believe, right? They're so fun, but quick and easy. Love, love, loving it. All right, another birthday card. This one's another one you're going to color if you so choose. I'm putting the kiwi paper all the way against the top, then running a strip of the glitter. Oh, we're running low. Good thing we're almost out of cards, huh? Then the black and the green. And I'm actually just going to run my adhesive right next to the silver. And that gives me just enough for that black piece to attach. And I'm going to add a little more to this one. Right here we need a banana to sit in the corner with our pomegranate next to it. And the happy birthday nests right in there. Right where the pomegranate and the banana meet is where this one will sit. Color as desired. All right, so these last two, you're going to be a little frustrated, but it looks so cool. And I made it the last ones so that if you're coming over, it can be your take-home project. All right, we'll start the card with the pears. And I made this a little too tall, so you will need to trim. The green goes right next to it. Ooh, I'm doing my whole thing upside down. Hold on. Okay. Then we're going to take our glitter and run it right next to the silver or the green piece. All right, now we're going to take this piece here, put adhesive on the back of it. Ooh, gotta grab a new tape. So once you've got that taped, you're going to tape it to that yellow piece and then use your scissors. And obviously, I got a little bit of a head start, but you're going to just back and forth cut those right out. And then we're going to use this piece right along here. Trim off any extra. Isn't that a cool look? All right. Then our black circle goes down in this corner. We've got congratulations and best wishes that we need. The best wishes that's one on top and one on the bottom. There's two. So we want this best wishes and the long congratulations. And actually, while I'm punching out, I'm going to grab my XOXO. So here we've got Merry Christmas, and Happy Easter we didn't use. Merry Christmas, sorry for your loss, Happy Holidays, thanks. Best wishes, Happy Easter, Happy Valentine's Day, Happy Mother's Day. We're going to use I love you. We're going to use hello. Missing you. Happy Father's Day. So there's a lot in there that we didn't use. You've got, a whole nother set of cards you can create just using your leftovers from this one. I love those little ephemera packs, the punch out pieces. It's a smart product. All right, gotta snip this little edge off here. There. All right, so I want my congratulations to land on the black circle. Then I've got my yellow hair that's gonna go on the green paper. And then my green pair that's gonna go over here and down a little bit. Then best wishes goes on top of the yellow one. Actually, I'm gonna overlap both. Fun, 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 right? And this is our last card. It works just like that last one did. Can you tell I paired up as I created this one? Do two cards that look similar, but not similar enough that you're like, oh, those are the same card, right? Never once did you go, oh, that's the same card. But similar enough that you don't have to learn a bunch of new stuff and you're still having a good time. So we've got our shimmer. And then we're also going to need, you're going to attach these two together, do that cutting thing. We've got our little Obviously, you've got some fruits left over that you can add to the cards you've already got, or pull out some cardstock and keep on going. I added orange marker to my word hello. I'm overlapping I love you onto the orange. And that is going to finish up this class. I hope that you enjoyed. I'd love to see what you created. Have you played with the fruit salad paper? It's a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, guys. Please comment.